All right, we are live.
Welcome, everyone, to
Howdy.
session one of my GURPS Monster Hunters game. I'm today's GM, Rigil Kent, aka Phil, when we forget to use our online pseudonyms. I know that everyone is expecting me to introduce the campaign and the players, but we're going to do something different first.
We are.
We
So they
are.
got
Catchphrase.
catchphrase.
Yes. That actually is kind of a catchphrase for me. I really like that quote, even though it's technically incorrect or inaccurately quoted. So, over black, we hear the sound of panic, shouts, gunfire, roars, more shouts, and then we fade into the interior of a house at night. All of the PCs, excluding Andricus since he's decided to go off and do work stuff, are present and are arrayed in a loose sort of semicircle with their backs sort of one to one another and anchored against a wall. Everyone is fully armed and kitted up. That means like body armor, a long arm if appropriate, sidearm, etc. And the air stinks of blood. There is an ominous feel to the air as well, almost like a storm is directly overhead. But even though you are inside, it is extremely dark in here. It's that's like -6 to lighting, despite what the mostly full moon was outside earlier. There is no power in this house, and it is startling cold, despite what the temperature was only a few seconds ago. Shadowy figures lurk along the edge of the light as they're like battering their way into this house. You hear like glass shattering and door or wood crunching, and well, I don't know what the sound of plasterboard being punched would sound like. So you are well aware that there are a lot of them out there, but getting a good count is going to be difficult, even to any of you who have, particularly good night vision. Suddenly, with bestial screams, these things surge toward you. They are smashing through windows and doors and the like, and converging upon, the group of the PCs from several different directions. So it's not like you can all line up and open fire in a single direction. And these things are ugly monsters of some sort.
Victor, that one looks like you.
So we are going directly into a round of combat.
They're Aztec. It's called Itza.
So you will note that there is no map. That is intentional. For firearms, the monsters are going to begin at short range, which is 5 to 20 yards, which is at a -3 penalty. They will remain so until their turns, at which point the ones that are on the combat tracker will surge to close, which is 0 to 5 yards. That means without the gunslinger advantage, any shooter will add his bulk penalty to the shot if he is firing at close range. Right. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of seconds to look over your characters again to make sure that you are appropriately kitted out, because I know I think Hurt was set up to everyday carry. He shouldn't be an everyday carry in this case for reasons that we'll get into later. So he's probably got, I don't know if he wears body armor on a hunt, but he may have like his rifle and such like that. The Polizei there, which would be Graham and Lopez, are both going to be wearing your body armor. You may have a shotgun. It's entirely up to you, and so on and so forth.
All right. So for with a rate of to target 2 targets with a rate of fire 2, is that still considered multiple attack or?
It's a quick shot or rapid strike.
Rapid strike. So if I do flurry of blows, that will take care of it.
You can't do flurry of blows with ranged weapon.
Boo.
But there is a technique you can buy up.
I'll have to think about that one later. But you said that is a rapid strike, so minus 6s. Let's not do that. All right. I'm going to assume that I
They're pretty
probably.
close.
You'll note on the combat tracker, if you're looking at it, I have each of the monsters. Hey, you know which one is intentionally targeting you, even though it's super dark. Or don't forget the -6 for the darkness penalty.
Or minus 3.
Why is it minus? Why are you saying -3?
For those with night vision or darkness, or is it blanket? Is that -6 base? Is it -6
yes,
base?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, that is correct. Something to note for those of you who do have the dark vision is further out. It is a lot darker than it should be.
Gotcha.
So I believe you or MacArthur or whatever is up first, and you and I need to chat to determine exactly how you're freaking spelling his last name, because you've added an A in there, where it's MAC, and you've dropped the A, so it's like I have no idea.
We'll go with the just straight MCA. The as spelled now. All right. I'll just go with the straight shot to the. Well, I don't know if these have if they're any less or more.
You don't even know what these things are.
I know, so I'm just gonna shoot straight down the chest and hope to blow his heart, his lung out through his back with my 9mm.
Oh, so yeah, okay. That is a no to you there, Franz Javier, or however they're supposed to pronounce that. You guys had literally just sort of got together in this sort of half huddle, like what the hell's going on, and then it just turned into crap.
Bad guys. So we're at short range.
Monster.
Darkness. Short range is a minus what?
3.
For a range band?
Hold on. I actually
You got the
have
thing.
a thing. Do have a thing. I have a thing, and I adjusted the thing so it would show the range penalties instead of the 0 to -2, -3 to -5. I'm like, what?
Did it actually say that?
Yeah, in the thing. In action, that is.
All right. I'm just gonna unload 2 full round, 2 bursts of shotgun and hitting, just like raw. There we close range. Oh
wow!
Oh,
The very first roll for you.
And
It's
you'll
all
never see that
downhill
again.
from here.
Yep. I set the bar to the line, guys. I'm sorry. Hold on. Where are my tables?
Okay,
My tables.
so one of them I cannot dodge, and one of them I can potentially dodge. All right, so. Oh, that's helpful.
Half. Applying any modifiers. Would you say this guy is about 4 yards away?
He is 0 close. He is
All right, we'll call
0
it.
5. Well,
Yep.
no, currently he is 5 to 20 yards. He is at short range.
Oh, he's at short range. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So actually, that should have been slightly done differently, but because I
You
rolled
rolled
that
a
on the wrong.
3.
Well, you know what? How about I just say I had slugs in here? It would have been this. Yeah, I won't have to worry about the pellet kind of thing. So here's the first one.
I dodged the second
Oh,
one.
you
I'm
did?
that awesome.
Well, here comes a big hole through him. I hope it's a big hole. It's this medium hole. But DR does. Oh, and 1d6. Come on.
What's 1d6? Oh,
Let's see if I got a vitals hit. Nope.
damage has been applied. That shotgun goes kaboom! And, it sort of jerks, but
Boom,
it hasn't
boom.
fallen down. And now you're done.
So we were short. So Draven's going to be moving into face-to-face melee.
If you do that, you will be breaking up the group, so to speak. I have no idea.
Okay.
What's
Then-
the PI plus again? I have to look at that.
I
1.5.
think it counts.
Actually,
1.5 if it matters.
No, plus
Actually-
is doubled.
Oh, is it doubled?
Plus is
No.
1.5.
I
No,
have that.
Ah, well, there you go.
It's been a while.
Yeah, because I made that one, and I'm like, oh yeah, I may need this. Plus. Now.
It's a big, huge 12-gauge slug.
In that case, Draven's not going to break the line. He's going to take wait for something to come at him.
So noted.
You rolled a
Is
crit,
there-
didn't you?
No, I did not. However, it
You rolled a
did
crit fail.
shake off its major wound. All right, so the 5 that are immediately in the front will surge forward toward the PCs, and they are going to be slashing at each of you with, well, claws,
Oh,
which is
damn it.
a little weird.
How
They
do
are
I
so they're
target for
they're doing on the combat tracker. Click on the target image, and then you should see a drag to new target and a clear targets buttons at the bottom. Not on the bottom, but underneath there.
So what kind of are we talking like tactical vests, ballistics? What kind of armor are we wearing?
whatever your
What
full,
kind of armor are
you're-
you wearing?
whatever armor
What
you wear
is
to go.
you probably got? Well, you definitely got concealable vests. I am double checking on
would
Will's
the- I
thing
guess
to
what
see
would the
if he
sheriff
has.
company provide?
Yeah, I've got type 2A armor. I think that's DR7.
I'm having such a hard time. All right, what am I missing? Okay, click on what
That-
again? On the combat tracker, or do I click
On the
my
combat
image?
tracker on your character, if you click on the crosshairs,
I don't see crosshairs.
You should really? Okay. I should look at you guys, the PCs. Wow, I don't know. It's
Well,
not
I
on
know how
the.
did it.
Yeah. How do the PCs do it? Do you just
How do the
control click on
PCs
them?
do what? Target?
Target.
Yeah, control click.
Oh, I knew that. Thank you. I'm a noob at this, everybody. I've never been played GURPS Finish Grounds in my life. I may also be a liar.
All right. So the monster that is surging towards Graham will take a slash. It's doing a moving attack. And wow, I managed to my great surprise, actually, let me double check something really quick. Yep, they have dark vision. How does that apply? That means they ignore stuffs, right?
It just means they're not affected by darkness.
Okay, good. Because, otherwise he would have missed. But he didn't miss. So Graham can defend normally. However you wish to defend. You can just take it. That's fine.
No, he'll try to dodge.
You don't have to.
Doesn't matter.
All right. Wow. Okay. I don't think that is going to get through your body armor.
Nope, not at all.
You hear a loud ripping as your uniform shirt is, torn. But you're fine.
Damn you, you beast. Do you know how much those things cost to replace?
Okay. The one charging toward Hurt closes in and does the same. But does not hit you.
Well, good.
The one surging toward Lopez does his move and attack and slash. And okay, that is definitely a potential hit. Man, if I had rolled 1 point less, that would have been a critical. So Lopez can attempt to defend in whatever way he wishes to. Or he can just take it on the chin. That'd be pretty cool too. It's an 11.
Oh, I put out too many
Yeah, that's
things
fine.
in there. Sorry.
What is your... Okay, that's still a miss on the dodge, because your dodge looks like it's 9.
Yeah, I got 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I missed 11, so I failed.
Let's see. So, you guys, we determined what did we determine? It was DR7.
Type 2A body armor, DR7.
Okay, in that case, you are going to take 2 points of slashing, and or slashing, 2 points cut, and that is 1.5. So that'd be 3 total, I believe.
Correct.
Yay! I didn't completely screw it up. All right, so MacArthur, there, you, even though you got a solid hit on this dude, and he should frickin' not be moving as quickly as he
Lie
is.
down and go to sleep forever.
He's not. He does a move and attack again toward you, covers the distance, and he takes a swipe at you. And he misses worse than I missed with Hurt. So there's a large whiff. Ryder, this one will surge toward you, and then that will trigger your weight.
All right, so Draven will use both his Karma and Katana in a dual weapon attack.
Katana's normally a two-handed weapon, though.
Nope, can be used one-handed or two-handed.
Why would you do that? That's weird.
Because it's flashy and cool
Is
in the dark.
Detect the darkness.
Okay, so the Karma will be first. And he's deliberately attempting to impale and hook this thing, so he's not going to try and pull the sickle free. So that's a hit with penalties.
Okay, so I need to double check something. So here is a question that I have for, well, probably the GURPS experts. Normally, if you are in the never mind. It doesn't matter because it's a different character. Blah 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 blah. I'm an idiot. It
You sound like
very clearly, it very clearly attempted to like juke out of the way, but it failed.
So that's that damage. And then he's going to follow through with a
Ow.
slash to the neck with a katana. And this is going to be telegraphed. So
That hurt a little bit.
rolling on 13. So that's a hit.
Hey, watch where you're swinging that thing.
However, since it was telegraphed, that gave me some nice bonuses to manage to dodge that. However,
But you might be grappled by the sickle. I'm not sure. Not sure how that works.
If that is a pick, then there's the chance that it's stuck.
Well, Draven's not pulling it free, so normally you have to do a strength roll to see if it gets stuck or not.
Right.
Draven is intentionally leaving it stuck.
okay, so what are the penalties for that? You would have to pick something
-2
crazy.
to defend.
Oh well, yeah, I made it by 6, so in that case I would have made it by 4 instead. It will attempt to continue its
In that
claw-
case, Draven's going to use his luck. I'll get you to re-roll those.
Well done.
Okay, so it's +2 for telegraph, -2 for the pick, so it's default dot.
Yep.
Oh man, both of those succeeded. One of them succeeded by 1. But
It was a dual weapon attack. So dual weapon attack is a -1 to defend.
so that would be a success by 0
Okay.
and success by 1. Unless you can pull out another -1.
No, I don't think I can pull out another -1.
He's trying though. So this thing has been stuck. So its attempted charge is very clearly more of a lumbering. What the heck was that? As it attempts to do its claw slash at you, and will succeed just barely.
All right. Going to parry.
Your parry is 14.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap! I'm gonna have to use explosives to kill you, aren't I?
I got some.
So is it a striker? Because then I can do damage to its arm.
It's slash using
It's
claws.
natural weapon. Yeah.
So does that mean it's a striker?
Yeah, it's a hand.
Alright, so I can do damage.
Don't you have to make a roll for that?
Doing it.
Yep.
And that's a damage.
Although I never figured
Golly.
out to my satisfaction whether or not you had to do the location penalty for that.
Just realized something. I should have done this for the pick as well, because that was 2 freaking major wounds in a row.
The pick was also impaling, if just in case you didn't notice.
Yeah, that's one of those. Is like, oh, right, impaling. That means it's more.
Does this thing have vitals?
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting question. I'm going to do a roll off of your character.
Never mind. It's got no additional
Yeah,
effect.
okay. Outstanding. You cut this thing. Oh, right. Yeah, that's pretty significant. That is that much damage. And what is crippling for the arm?
Half.
Is it half?
Yeah.
Half plus 1.
More than half.
Hopefully that will cost me to remember because I added the effect.
And it's an additional knockdown roll if it matters.
On an arm?
Crippled.
Well, it was already a major wound though. Did you already roll,
Yeah.
roll for the major
Yeah,
wound?
I did. You notice I rolled 2 times there. Major wound, death check. All right, Will.
Okay, so Will is going to target the monster that attacked him. The darkness modifier is -6, correct?
That is correct. As gunslinger, you automatically get your accuracy. Normally, at this range, you would also apply the bulk as a penalty. But
Actually,
gunslingers don't do that.
with gunslinger, when you're in close contact, you don't get the accuracy, but you also don't get the bulk penalty.
Right, that thing.
So so I'm just going to do a center mass firing with my assault carbine.
All right.
And I will use my luck to roll 2 more times.
If you must. I mean, you could just, not. So close.
There it is.
Why don't you use that one?
I say you should use
I'll
that.
use that one.
Although, let's see if I can. What's my intelligence? Yeah, I know what those are.
You need a flashlight on your carbine.
Damn it. Do I have one?
I would, but Hugh doesn't. Well, actually, he may not have thought of it. It was what he had on
Right.
hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so you open fire, and this is really loud in this enclosed space. But then it didn't help that MacArthur already went kaboom with that shotgun.
Oh, it went boom, boom.
Right, but it either dodges or parries. I'm not sure what, because it can actually parry that at this range. But in this case, it sort of dodged. It like ducked around your as you were trying to track it. And your rounds were unsuccessful. Well, not unsuccessful. That's not the word. They did not hit on target.
Right.
Okay.
Boo! Hiss, hiss.
Yeah. Keep changing the damn conditions in the middle of my calculations.
Yeah, it's like they have no care for you at all.
That's irritating.
Hey, where's Gandalf lighting up his staff? Come on, we need some light.
No, that doesn't really help. Okay. Right. So apparently, through some quirk of cutscene, my weapon light got turned off. Not that that's going to bother me terribly. That does mean that's going to apply though. Shit.
If you have a weapon light, then you could have had it turned on. You just needed to let me know that. What kind of crappy player are you?
I had to go through the entire combat tracker to get to me somehow.
Well, to be fair, this is like inside the span of a second. So.
Okay. Well, my weapon light's on then.
It's been flickering the entire time ever since whatever it was that happened beforehand, and now it's like finally back to functional.
Okay. Well, that helps a little. Okay, so
Does it?
a little.
In that case, no.
So he's got the 8K 416 out. He's going to have to fire that from compressed. And he's going to go full auto because whatever doesn't hit the guy in front of him is probably going to hit the 2 or 3 guys behind him.
And there are definitely 2 or 3 guys behind him.
Yeah.
There's more than 2 or 3 things back there.
Okay, so range 0, darkness 0, close combat. Oh yeah. Weird roll for that. I think that's going to end up being a zeroed out. Unless I've missed something. You know what?
They do not have a size modifier, so that doesn't apply. They do stink really badly, though.
I think I forgot a thing.
This one smells like Draven.
Actually, you guys really don't know a lot of one another.
Okay,
Oh.
well, here.
With regards to Will's question, yeah, you probably did hit some things back there because this is definitely a target-rich environment. I'm just not necessarily applying those on there.
Okay.
All right, 5 potential hits.
And that's all
Wow.
basically raking the middle.
Okay, so I wasn't expecting to fail by 2.
Well, let's see how we do in case it matters.
So how many rounds was that actually?
12. So 7 additional. You want me to just roll again?
No. It's you got lots of squeaks and squawks and shattering glass and all that jazz.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. Well, now you have to do the damage.
Oh, well, I could do that.
I mean, you don't have to.
I just assumed. Well, it could have been worse.
That freaking hurt. Right, so that's piercing. And piercing is ×1. Good. All right.
Clearly, I need to get some green tip.
Oh, dude, that's man. Sorry, I'm very much entertained by myself right now. Oh wow. Okay, so let's see. No, that's failed by that. So I have to look up. The good thing I have this. No. No. I'm making it. Oh. So, for meta knowledge there, these, and actually you may see it on the combat tracker. I don't know because I'm not looking at your side. These things are listed as berserk. So I have them. I actually spun up the thing, so I actually have it right there, and I'm looking at it. So I would have. They have a. You make all rolls to remain conscious or alive at +4 to health. I failed a health check for a death check by 3. Oh, he's still up.
Mm-hmm.
Although, let's see. Oh yeah, he's fine on the major wound part. Okay, well, you lit that dude up, and you got. Well, actually, you can't really see it because it's too dark. But yeah, he definitely yelped. And I believe that means you're done.
Oh, right.
You have to push the button.
Push the button.
Poor Lopez. He's probably getting the hell out, isn't he?
Yeah, he is just quickly targets and fires. And misses.
Okay. All right. So, top of the round and pause. We hit the record scratch thing with the not quite. I'm sure you're wondering how we got here.
How in the world?
Welcome again to my Monster Hunters game. So now we're going to do the introduction and stuff like that. So a quick introduction to the setting. This campaign is actually set in the universe of the Dresden Files by Jim Butcher. First, if you haven't read the books, shame on you. Second, it might actually be a good thing if you haven't read the books, because I am frequently going to bend and break and manipulate book canon in all sorts of ways. Yep. At any rate, the Dresden Files are an urban magic setting where most of the creatures from myth they exist in some fashion or another, but modern society is pretty much ignorant of them, sometimes accidentally because, it doesn't exist. Monsters don't exist, and sometimes intentionally. In that case, you should think like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and their Sunnydale effect. So think Buffy, But the main character is a wizard who follows what has been referenced as the Tao of Peter Parker. With great responsibility and all that, or with great power and all that. No lie, one of the books begins with this line: "The building was on fire, and it wasn't my fault." Also, in a later book, he rides a zombie Tyrannosaurus Rex through downtown Chicago during a blackout with a polka guy sitting behind him making polka
never
music,
dies.
and it was awesome.
Polka never dies.
As stated, there are numerous kinds of monsters and supernatural critters out there. There's vampires, demons, fairies, trolls, goblins, warlocks, wizards, you name it. Most of your characters are at least nominally ignorant of the larger picture, so I'm not going to go into a lot of detail right now, but don't be surprised when I throw out some names from time to time and then have to pause to explain it. Suffice to say, there will not be a dearth of things to punch, stab, cut, shoot, or set on fire. Your call.
Burn and hate.
Yep. The primary setting for this game will be the fictional town of Apocalypse, New Mexico, which replaces the real world and equally unusually named Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Officially, Apocalypse went on the record books as Hot Springs, but nobody really calls it that. And even the maps use the more lurid name because, hey, that sells a lot better for their maps. It is a town of about 9,000, and it is neighbor to a rather small but odd Navajo settlement known as the Uctina Reservation. Don't bother looking for that because that reservation doesn't exist in real life either. The Rio Grande actually marks the southern in-town boundary of Apocalypse proper. So all PCs are either local boys who grew up in Apocalypse or have recently arrived for their various personal reasons. The campaign sort of presumes that you are going to spend the majority of your time in and around Apocalypse, rarely if ever leaving Sierra County, which is what Apocalypse is inside. To that end, all the characters will eventually need to have proper places to live, jobs to ensure they can eat, pay bills, if you haven't already factored that in. Regarding the campaign itself, this is not intended to be a murder hobo game with combat every session, despite the fact that I started with combat. Yep. And, it's not intended for the PCs to pick up anything not nailed down as loot, because if you do play with that mindset, you will end up dead or in prison, maybe both. We may go multiple sessions in a row without combat breaking out. If it does, whenever possible, I would like to avoid using tactical maps and, instead do something like this. If we do end up using a map, though, the regular tactical range stuff will kick in and override the range bands. Splitting the party is not going to be the catastrophe that it is in other games, and in fact will happen from time to time. Daniel is very much familiar with, Giger is familiar with how I do that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So relax, let other players have their moments in the spotlight. I want to spread my warm, sticky GM love all around.
You.
By default, GURPS Monster Hunters is cinematic in nature, as demonstrated by the fact that we've got 2 gunslingers in the group and a weapon master. That said, I am currently leaning against including any of the other cinematic options like flesh wounds and TV violence and bulletproof nudity and all that crap, simply because that would completely remove the sense of threat, and we don't want to have Draven running around stark naked. I will compile a list of those options and then bounce them off of you guys to review and vote on. Since pretty much everybody has luck, that should cover most of it, unless you burn it really early. And I would like to add some more horror elements than are normally in a Monster Hunter games. So we'll see. I will definitely be setting up the time use sheet setup because, time will pass. I did start working on one, but then something shiny crossed my field of vision and I got distracted. So we are going to then. Does you really not have luck?
Apparently, I have no luck.
You
I
are
think they-
host. That's going to be awesome.
I have mystic coincidence. I don't know if that.
Hurt doesn't. Hurt
No,
doesn't have
that.
luck.
Well, we
Really?
know because Hurt. Well, remember
thought
Hurt
Hurt
got it.
did
That's why
get
Hurt
luck.
got where he went.
Yep.
No, I thought you did pick up luck
No, I
in your
didn't
most
pick up
recent
luck.
build. Well,
I
okay.
think so.
Some of you guys are going to get eaten. That's going to be awesome.
All right, so I got to last at least
Oh, wow.
a while.
Yeah, and I am probably going to be doing the since it is cinematic, I probably will be doing the 2 points per because I honestly it doesn't matter if you get super powerful. It can be fun. It can be dangerous. We can see what happens. So at this point, I'm going to have the players begin introducing themselves. Hold on, I have a thing. Oh, okay. So, Giger, you're up first.
Oh, you random rolled it. Of course I'm
I
up
did
first.
random roll it
Why am I up first? I don't want to be first.
because it's funny.
Raymond Hurt is a former Delta operator who was assigned to the Consular Operations Alpha team when, on a covert operation in Egypt, he was nearly killed by a shot to the brain. He was later liberated from an unsanctioned experimental medical facility in what he thought was Tahiti. It's a magical place, where he had miraculously recovered. Turned out to be somewhere in Israel. Now he's contracted out to the company, TM, where he helps them bump back at things that bump in the night. But recently, while investigating the disappearances of his former Consops comrades in Latvia, or was it Latvia?
Think so. Thanks.
He found his co-investigator and former Consops member, Stephen McKay, brutally murdered at his home outside Apocalypse, New Mexico. And the company is encouraging him to track down the killer for some reason.
Dun dun dun. All right, and the next person up is Padre.
Hello, I'm Padre Moto, and I'm playing Will Graham. He is an investigator with the New Mexico State Police and is a former FBI agent. And recently, Will received a phone call from an old cold case, a serial killer named Charles, who asked about a former bureau colleague, who resides in Apocalypse. Alarmed, Will has traveled to Apocalypse to check in on his friend, fearing the worst and hoping for the best. And that is Will.
Nice. All right, and next up, it looks like, oh boy, this crazy person.
Hold on, deep breath now. Because I have a 3-pager here for everyone. So please bear with me.
He better not. We may have to murder him if he does.
I'm Com Junkie, and I'm playing Hugh MacArthur. He once was a DEA agent, if I can, named Arthur Hughes, who is now deceased and now been revived in the body of a biker named Hugh. He has found himself bonded with the essence of an angel. Hugh has found himself stuck in Apocalypse with a pull to hunt the demons in his life and the dark forces in Apocalypse, all while learning how to cope with a new body and life situation.
All right.
I write
And
really big letters. That's why I took
this.
3 pages.
All right. So this is Ronky.
All right. Draven is a lone warrior. He's trained from birth to fight the supernatural evils of the world. He wields a set of blessed weapons, being a katana, a kama, which is a sickle, and a knife. He wanders from town to town in his classic Pontiac Firebird, seeking out evil in the shadows where they lurk. He can be a bit of an asshole, but his loyalty to the team and the cause is unquestionable. As a Star Wars fanboy, he has a distinctive and very noticeable tattoo of Darth Maul on his neck. And that is Draven.
Which leaves us with good old Victor.
Hello, I am Ron Javier, and I am playing Victor Lopez. He is a young lad. He was born 1999 in Apocalypse to Maria and Saul Lopez. He decided
Don't
he
need
would
the whole
follow.
story.
Okay, he decided to follow in the footsteps of his grandfather and went into becoming a deputy for the local sheriff's department. And as of right now, you could say he's here where he is because he was called to investigate. Otherwise,
Outstanding.
that's a story.
All right.
This is Jon Snow. He's
The
the
King of the North.
King of the North.
Okay, so today is Saturday, the 13th of August. It says 2022. That's good enough. Pretty late. So each of the PCs arrived at this house individually and sort of converged upon it from different angles. So how you guys managed to do that without stumbling upon one another is a complete mystery. So Will was obviously entering into Apocalypse to check up on his old friend, but the discovery of 3 bodies in town immediately led him to being retasked to take control of the investigation because, quite simply, the Apocalypse Police Department, it doesn't have the stuffed or really trained personnel to handle something like this, because at first glance these murders sort of seem like a cartel hit, which sadly is not that infrequent in this part of town or part of the country. But Will's experience is telling him that is absolutely not the case at all. One of the victims was completely brutalized. I mean, someone crazy, super, stupid strong beat him to death and then cut out his heart, which is like, this victim was a local by the name of Walter Corbett. And the house that you are currently, having a firefight and sword fight in with monsters is Mr. Corbett's. The other 2 victims did not have identification on them, nor any indication as to how they died. They just seemed to have fallen over and died. While the Apocalypse Police Department and actually the Sheriff's Department as well, the Sierra County Sheriff's Department also chased down other leads, Will has come out here to the middle of nowhere to Corbett's house, which is absolutely out of city limits. So he was saddled with the Sheriff's Department's rookie, Deputy Lopez, to serve as his local guide. Not to be outdone, the town police, because the town police, for some reason, and the Sheriff's Department are always, the people in charge are always at having jurisdiction conflicts. But the town police sent his rookie, Officer Begay, to go with them. Upon arrival at Corbett's house, something about it twigged Will's cop's instincts, and he probably ordered the 2 rookies to gear up, body armor, weapons, etc., just in case. I hope that didn't screw that up. You will also note on the some of the images, I have additional little icons. For example, on both Lopez and the good officer here, I have, or at least on Officer Briquet, police, and he's also a member, technically a member of the nearby tribe, the Uktina tribe. But I'm planning on doing that sort of thing for. Oh, hey, I know who that guy is. And then with Lopez, he's got the sheriff's department badge, I guess you would call it. Lopez, you are as stated, you're a rookie, and everything. It's one of those that was like all hands on deck when they discovered those three bodies. They were discovered in a sorry, brain just froze up because I had this, but I didn't write it down. Truck stop. Sorry, it's like basically truck stop slash gas station that's like literally on the border of town. So there was naturally a conflict of jurisdiction between the sheriff and the police chief. As the low man on the totem pole, you were assigned to assist State Police Lieutenant Graham in this cartel murder and act as a local guide. And then, of course, not to be outdone, the police chief sent Officer Begay, whose sister actually works in the sheriff's department with you. But he was basically sent to go with you to do the same. So you guys headed to the house of one of the cartel victims. That's the Corbett guy, which is frankly, it's so far off the grid, you almost need a map and a Ouija board to find. So you were actually required. And the deputy would have probably been necessary too. Wait, no, you're the deputy. Whatever. Upon arrival, however, something about this whole setup bothered the lieutenant, who's like, "All right, guys, gear up." And then stuff happened. Hurt. When you returned to McKay's cabin, you found it thoroughly trashed, and your friend was dead. With his chest was like ripped to shreds, with what frankly appeared to be claws, which was kind of wrong, or really weird knives. Maybe they're wearing knives when they did it. McKay did not go down without a fight, though, as demonstrated by the empty pistol nearby and the expended brass scattered around in the blood, and even the bruising on his hands. The bloody footprints that you discovered were kind of baffling because they didn't look right. And they didn't quite look human, but they definitely weren't any animals you've ever seen or heard. So after kitting up, you took off after the unknown parties and found that tracking them was not difficult at all because they weren't trying to hide. However, after several hours on foot, just as you're really starting to realize that pursuing these things as it's getting dark might be a really bad idea, the tracks deviated toward a fairly isolated house. So you went toward it. MacArthur, I'm going to have to figure out exactly how I'm going to identify everybody. MacArthur, you remembered fire and pain and screams, but then something gripped you tight and raised you from perdition. And when you opened your eyes, you were in the epicenter of devastation and in the wrong body. So you were completely disoriented, really confused. You've got your memories are just like a mixed up marshmallow mess. The bike was damaged in whatever it was. I mean, it's not like irreparable or anything like that, but it wouldn't start. And for some reason, you could not physically make yourself leave it behind. So you had to push it through the barren middle of nowhere. And the sun had long gone down by the time you topped this hill and saw a house, and hoping they would give you some much needed water. You're like, okay, let's go do that. But as soon as you started, got fairly close, you started getting a weird feeling about this place. Ryder, I believe we had mentioned briefly that he might be doing hand-to-hand lessons with the gym guy. Is that correct?
That's what he was doing. Yet that's his
Okay.
that's his bread and butter at the moment.
Right. Okay. So yeah, because I was approaching it from that angle. It's like, one of your hand-to-hand students mentioned seeing Bigfoot's little brothers. And actually, can you give me a hidden lore cryptozoology check? When with a +2, when the student moved forward to investigate. Okay,
It's
so
a
it'd have been
fail
failed
by
by
one.
one. When the student moved forward to investigate, whatever they were, they scattered. They left behind a bloody mess of body parts from all sorts of different animals. This caused another student to chime in that he had actually heard of issues with local ranchers and farmers and such like that having trouble with protecting their animals. The first student took some blurry pictures on his phone. That's why you got the +2. Let's see. So, do they have anything? I don't remember if GURPS has a thing where it's like if you fail by one, you may know something. I don't.
Did they not say that in the Monster Hunters thing?
That would be a really great place to look, wouldn't it? That's gonna be.
Or was it know your enemy?
You can always fail forward, but some of the information's incorrect.
Yeah, I need to look at. Okay, that's the wrong one. Where is? There we go. Know your enemy. No, that just splits it all up. Where it's like, hey, mummies can be, archaeology and hidden
Well, right,
lore
but
mummies.
yeah.
So yeah, so you don't know. It won't. It means you're not going to necessarily know how to defeat them. But fail by one, I'm going to say he strongly suspects these are ghouls, which are flesh-eating creatures of the Never Never. But that's pretty much the limit of what he knows. So he, in his capacity as, hey, I'm a monster hunter, I need to go hunt these things down and kill them. So so as previously noted, all of the PCs sort of converged on this location from different directions. Oh yeah, and I should have done this in my failed. This is the exterior of the house, and ideally, this is the only part of the interior we will need. Oh, right. And I also wanted to get feedback on the formatting that I was using for the establishing shots, because I decided to go with the sideways iPhone just because I thought it might be interesting.
I like it.
Very cool.
I mean, that is a really old iPhone.
That's fine. Do you want to take a new one into the middle of a fight like this?
No, I mean Hugh has a cheap iPhone or cheap phone, so
Okay, so yes, as previously noted, why did I? Oh, that's the wrong thing. I was clicking on something that I shouldn't have. You guys converged on this location from different directions, and just as you sort of become aware of one another, because the terrain in here, I don't have a good shot of the terrain because naturally I went and lost the stupid link for the house in question. It's very hilly and mountainy and such like that. So it's probably not that big of a surprise that you didn't notice something. Oh, also, Mark, I adjusted your Hughes fatigue. He's down one because, well, he's been pushing his bike through the Badlands and it's tiring and he's sweaty and thirsty. But hey, you got plenty. I'm sure that won't come back and bite you in the butt. But just as you all became aware of one another, we've got 3 police types that are fully geared up and about ready to kick in a door. A dude who looks like, frankly, he should be in Afghanistan, not here based on his kit. Another guy who looks sort of like a tattooed wrestler who's carrying a freaking sword, and
a biker with an epic boot.
And even though you're not playing bulletproof nudity, he's half naked.
Well, it has been really, really hot. So if he was actively tracking out there, it's possible he took his shirt off and tied it around his waist. Because apparently he's from New York, so he doesn't know that's a stupid idea to do that in New Mexico. And of course, an exhausted, sweaty lowlife pushing his hog into view.
Because sunburn all over your body is a great idea.
Yeah, no, it's not. You know what's even worse, though, is on your feet, the top of your feet.
Oh, yeah, that sucks.
So
I ain't got time to burn.
You know, just as everybody's becoming aware of one another, all natural noises not caused by you guys just abruptly and completely cease. And it's such a sudden change that it's frankly impossible not to notice this. And despite the fact that it's been like in the 90s all day, I don't know what that is, 30s Celsius? I don't know, it's hot. A very, very cold wind sort of washes in from the north, and overhead, the sky just goes crazy dark. Like the stars seem to have been blotted out, and ambient light nosedives. See the previously noted -6 to the lighting, which is interesting because it's almost a full moon tonight. The ground sort of shivers and shakes and shimmies, just as this curtain of blackness sort of seems to surround the entire yard, and it seems to be like steadily closing in on the house itself. The 2 vehicles that are likely present, the 2 police vehicles, since Yu is pushing his bike and both Hurt and Ryder are likely on foot because it's hard to track things when you're in a vehicle. I'm presuming they were probably sitting there with their headlights on. The headlights just sort of like pop and explode. And then things sort of come pouring out of the darkness with roars behind you and are charging toward the house. So Ryder is aware. Okay, he's not aware. He thinks these are ghouls, but he didn't really study. I guess he snuck out to watch one of the Star Wars movies instead of paying attention in that class. But there are a crap ton of these things. I am going to need a fright check from everyone at -3. If you have combat reflexes, you will get the +5, in combat bonus for this. The -3 is basically due to the creepy lighting, the weird temperature, atmospheric effects, and the fact that these monsters appear to be drenched in blood.
What's the bonus from combat reflexes?
5.
No, that's +5 is for being in combat. Combat reflexes gives you +2.
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
forgot
saying. For in this particular case, characters with combat reflexes would get the +5 in combat bonus. I mean, even though you guys haven't actually started shooting yet, I'm considering you're sort of. It's like, oh crap, these things are coming to attack us. We're in combat. All right, so we've got 2. Oh no.
He's got the willies.
Yep, that means you're going to get to be the first person to roll on the fright check table. Wait, no, hold on. They did a thing in Monster
where was
Hunters.
that? Oh, was that Monster Hunters?
Yeah, in Monster Hunters, they actually make a reference to the fright checks where they're like, yeah, there it is. It's over here. It's important not to dispense modifier. Where is the thing that I'm looking for?
You'd have to be more specific.
Well, it's basically like it specifically states, don't necessarily dispense with them, but
Don't make a fuss.
actually, yeah, it's like, what's interesting is it specifically states that they are not needed for expected encounters with monsters. So it's like, even if you're going into a thing where it's like, hey, there are 4 demons in there, even though demons should normally trigger fright checks, because of this, it says, yeah, you shouldn't have to. They shouldn't have to do that.
No, I was thinking of the. I think it's the DFRPG or whatever it was, where you just freeze for the number of rounds equal to the margin of failure.
Ah, okay, that's interesting. So roll 14 or higher, fails automatically. If the results when the hero succeeds, otherwise just assume that failing a fright check means stun for 1d turns. After that, roll unmodified will to snap out of it. Unmodified will. So it's like you guys have to pick him up and roll him, but make note of how much the champion failed by. So that means after the big scene, then we roll on the fright check just to see if there are any permanent quirks or whatnot.
So what would you like me to do?
So in this case, you are going to take hesitate while everybody else is like probably heading towards the house, because what the hell is that? He is scared. So how do you think he reacts to that? Does he turn and bolt? Does he like draw his pistol and empty a magazine?
Well, given that I think Will obviously was ready for action and is sort of tracking that multiple things are going on, I suspect all Will's going to do is kind of do a whiskey tango foxtrot and sort of get the willies as these creatures kind of evolve. But he'd already kind of realized something bad's about to go down. This is just weirdness on top of the badness.
Okay. Let's see. Yes. So, what were you using when you shot? You shot at the with the.
I had my assault carbine.
So let's also go ahead and reduce the ammo by 3. Just as you're like retreating, going and shooting at it.
Okay.
I'm sure that won't come back and be really, really bad for you, will it?
Never.
So mental stun. Yeah. That's normally the thing. I think that's the normal thing, but
That's from DFRPG.
oh right, yeah. Which is pretty close to what the Monster Hunters thing does, pretty much.
I guess you just roll the seconds instead.
Yeah. All right. So those of you who actually have the tactics skill do not need to make the roll, because you are immediately aware that you are in a bad position outside. And it seems like the vehicles have just sort of stopped working. And this is where Hert's flashlight starts,
Right.
getting all wonky and flickery. And any of the cops who have flashlights out will also have noticed that they start, just flickering and like failing and then coming back on. And so those of you with tactics, I'm not sure who all has it. I know Hurt has it. I think, actually, I'm not sure if anybody else does have it. You didn't necessarily need to roll it.
Yeah, well.
Well, now you rolled it. You are very much aware that this is a terrible, horrible place to be outside as these monsters are surging toward you. Which points directly to the house. And upon entry into the house, you guys will immediately feel even colder air inside, even though there's no power. It doesn't seem like there's any power in here. Definitely no AC. There's a distinct smell of, I guess it'd be more of a stench of blood, general smell of decay. And if you guys were normal people and not badass hunters, you might be straight up panicking simply due to the creepiness. And as the last man in, Officer Begay suddenly yelps with surprise and is yanked back into the pitch black. And I know you has dark or night vision, but that darkness that he's yanked into is not something he can see through. So it seems wildly, horribly unreal or unnatural. And immediately thereafter, you can hear gunfire and roars, and bare seconds after that, the first of the critters start pouring into the door. And then we're back to where we were in the prologue, where you is beginning round 2. Something also to note is you now have another monster that is entered the group I'm going to attack thing. And based off of my random roll, for some reason it seems like he's going after Lopez. It's just like, his and the angle that he's coming in.
It's probably useful for us to know who can see whom here. If we're all back to back, we can't see anybody else.
Yeah, I'm looking at the house images. Which one is it going to be? It's not that one. You guys sort of are like anchored against sort of a wall. Damn it, I don't have the one that I needed. Of course, that's the case. What is? Hold on. I need to double check something to answer Will's question. I have to go click, and all that.
Yeah, I would think it would raise the ambient a little, but probably not very much.
Hold on. Before we do that, anybody who actually has the lights, I need you to roll 3d6 for me.
I would figure Victor Lopez would probably have a flashlight since he's a sheriff.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
Hell
like,
check.
If you're actually using it right now. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Your bulb blew out on yours.
Your bulb did go pop.
That's not a bulb.
Your LED fry cooked itself.
Something you can probably maybe
No,
smell.
that was a
smoke.
laser light module.
You'll
The
be
board.
fine.
You let the magic blue smoke out of the circuit board.
Right. So Will need to give me a 3d6 as well if he's using flashlight.
I don't believe Will has a flashlight in his inventory.
Oh, okay. I understand. You were asking about Daniel's.
That's correct.
Gotcha. Well, smoke is trailing out of his. On the bright side, Daniel, it's better to roll an 18 on that than on a dodge or something,
Sure.
right? Let's see. So I have to. So if Lopez actually has a flashlight, it does seem to actually be working, much to my surprise. However, it is intermittent, where it's a little bit of flicker. So what does flashlights normally do with regards to the lighting?
Well, it's not going to light up the whole room. Typically, it eliminates the penalties right in front of the light. Basically, there's a little more to it than that, but that's in this close quarters. That's probably all you need. However, it is going to bounce off all the walls and stuff. It may reduce the ambient darkness penalty a little.
So with that, I will reduce the penalty to the -5 instead of -6.
Okay.
All right, and it is your turn. Before you do that, can you give me a perception check in the box, please? That's you, Mark.
Perception check into the box.
Yeah, and I am applying various penalties and such like that. Okay. All right. So, how are you reacting? You got thing right in your face, and it's looks like it wants to eat you. You know you shot it, and the damn thing is still coming.
I am totally going to. Let's see. I'm going to pistol or butt stroke this thing with my shotgun in the, try and go for the head. So I'm bringing the pistol, grip, the ball and the pistol grip into the side of this thing's head.
Okay.
And
Hey, did you get that reference from me earlier on that?
I did.
Okay.
So because it's not a stock, it's the grip. It will be a pistol whip. That is here, I'm just going to roll this and we'll figure out the modifiers. No, there's a darkness. It's dark, yo. I'm going for the head. And I will succeed in smacking it in the head. Even with I already put the dark penalty. So that is a -7.
Give me just a second. I'm typing something up really quick.
He's really good with that thing. What was that?
Well, it's
on?
based
I don't
off
remember.
of brawling. It's based on straight up brawling.
You got 19 brawling?
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No. But I work for him.
Okay, so let me look at my dude who just got smacked in the head and reread this. So immune to stun and shock. Your injuries cause no penalty to your move score. Okay, so now I'm going to be back to the question that I was going to ask last time with Ryder, but then I realized, no, it's not Ryder, it's MacArthur. these things are berserk, and I am reading the stuff where it's saying you're immune to stun and shock. Your injuries cause no penalty to your move score. You make roll some consciousness. However, what about dodges? Does that still apply? Do if like they are at past the half move, half dodge part?
That I would think if your move is unaffected, your dodge would be unaffected.
Well, in this case, I guess I can just try to parry this stupid thing. All right, so you swing that that thing around, and it throws out an arm to crap. Hold on, yeah, they did a move and attack last time, not a all out, and it throws up an arm to and somehow manages to parry your blow.
But I still do damage to the arm.
So it's a parry.
Well, that is technically an armed versus unarmed.
Sure.
Oh, you have to roll to hit though.
Oh, I have to roll a hit. I'm sure there's a cap. Roll this. I'm pretty certain that will hit.
Yep. Okay, so that's just going to be that's not a lot. That was
Probably
pretty lame,
not.
actually.
Well, 'cause it wasn't expected, so it wasn't my goal to hit him in the arm. So it didn't connect with as much force as it could have if I had smacked him in the skull like I had hoped. Crack
All
you
right.
like an egg.
You need a shotgun axe.
Dude, I actually totally looked that up. I was like, ooh, I'm totally going to, if possible, get the shotgun axe. I mean, this is cinematic after all, so
I think
shotgun
they
axe.
talk
Alright.
about they talk about that in a fantasy tech.
All right, and I'll go like after he hit, the bloke glances off of it. It's like, and he's panting. Do you guys hear some weird chanting?
1 second.
Gotcha. Never mind. Ah, plop.
Trey, move on. You have to hit the button. All right, Ryder.
All right, so with the sickle still embedded in this thing, Draven's going to have another strike at the neck. Missed by one, hits the body.
Yep.
So this is a rapid strike, so he'll be...
So the first thing I'm looking at there is -2 for being stuck, +2 for the thing for telegraphed, and then wait. Okay, so it's just straight.
half move dodge or anything like that.
Yeah, that's where I'm wondering, because the injuries cause no penalty to my move score. So, wow, I think that means he's probably still normal dodge. If I'm reading the berserk right.
Normal for being grappled.
Okay, somehow you're not sure how, but somehow it managed to dodge that swing.
All right, so the second part of the rapid strike will be just pulling the sickle free.
Right, that does automatic damage.
Half damage coming out.
Isn't it
I need to make a strength roll first.
Don't isn't it like I have to try to counter it? Good God.
No, I don't think so.
Good Lord. Well, yeah. Okay.
I mean, I
I
guess
don't-
he could grapple the the pick and not let him pull it out. But he'd have to actively do that.
No, he can't because it was a margin crit. So even if it wanted to grapple or prevent you from pulling it out, it's not going to be able to. Yeah.
Normally you can't do a. That's not an attack; it's a ready, but seems legit to me.
Yeah, rapid strike. Yeah, that's fine. So that inflicts some damage.
Okay, so it's half the damage it did going in. So I did 18 impaling going in.
Yes.
No, I think it's specifically half the injury, if I'm not mistaken. Which doesn't
makes more sense.
necessarily change anything.
That's still going to be a lot of damage to it. Applied. Okay, hold on. Is this? Yes, it is. All right. So as you rip that thing out, what is it? The comment out, you're definitely going to feel the gush of icky blood as it comes out, and this thing just sort of collapses on the ground. And where's the hide? Where's the way to make it to where it skips these guys?
The skip arrow. It's a little curved arrow.
Ah, right. Got it. So congratulations. It looks like, oh my God, did I fail to put those stupid tokens in there? If I did, I'm going to blame Daniel.
So if this thing's dying, his act of ripping the sickle out, he's actually trying to disembowel this thing as he pulls it free.
Yeah, I got old crappy ones.
Apparently, I was
So
slightly
Lopez
mistaken.
did do an all-out attack, so he cannot defend himself this.
Yes, I did notice that. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. So this first one is actually having to charge forward. So he is going to does half as much damage as that's fine, Daniel, because I had already determined that if the critters passed a certain negative threshold, they went down, and even with that half, he was freaking really close. Not as close as you. Right. So back to the comment. This first critter, as stated, he is charging forward to get into the mess, so he can't actually do a full. He's gonna have to do a move and attack, and that is a narrow miss. All right, the critter on Graham, however. Let's see. These things are now, since they are berserk, they are going to be doing all-out attacks. Do we have an all-out attack thing on there?
Do we?
Doesn't look that way.
We should have that.
That should be an effect, right?
There's
Yes.
probably no reason you couldn't.
And
You
it
just have
should
to set
be
duration 1.
1 second.
Yeah, okay.
Not second plus, actually second. All right, so it is going to be doing all out strong on you there, Will. So if it hits, it's going to do +2 damage. All right, so I have success. It slashes at you again. I guess with the other hand that it was going for that that whole. Wait, yeah, he already sliced up your shirt, but so defend. Oof.
Lay it on me.
Hmm. You trying to kill yourself?
He might be. And you said the it was DR7?
That's correct.
Okay, so I inflicted 7 points of damage. So it slices up your second chance, but it does not penetrate.
It gives you a second chance.
Yeah, we see what you did there, Mark. So same for hurt. All right, time for you to defend, bro.
Shit. I was looking at something else. Crap.
You better
He's totally
not here.
he's totally gonna hit you in the head. You know that's gonna happen, right?
Because I totally didn't bring the helmet.
Really? Okay.
Brain. I would like to.
Not get hit. Yeah, you could feverish, retreat, all that jazz. Yeah, you should remember that too, Will. You could like feverish defense to burn fatigue and retreat and all that stuff.
I wasn't ready.
That's why I did it when I did it.
Okay.
Oh, good lord! I just looked at your freaking armor.
Yeah, well, that's another matter. I don't know what these things are. I don't want them touching me. Let's just
Rabies, man.
Let's
Rabies.
just roll this and get it over with. This is judo. So basically a no hands parry. Whew.
Nice. Yeah, well, I went ahead and pre-rolled in case you failed, and then I looked at how much your armor is, and it's like, yeah, I couldn't have gotten through that. All right, and then the other one. Hey, this guy can actually all-out attack Lopez since he ran up there before, and unfortunately for Lopez. Oh, okay, yeah. Let's see what we can do to you, bro. Ooh. Said that's 7?
Yep, 7.
Having to do math. Times 1.5 for cutting. So you just took 9 points of damage. As it went thrice.
Ow.
That is probably a major wound.
Is that 9 points cutting?
It was a total of 6 points cutting after the DR. That puts you at. Yep. Okay, so that is a major wound check.
That's just a health roll, right?
Yes. All right. So you're like, ow, 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 ow. Maybe a little bit more ow. Because that is 1/3 hit points. What? He's only got 2 remaining. Shouldn't that be half? Right. Okay. Sorry. I got hideously, horribly, completely distracted, and I blame someone other than me. All right. Time for you to get swiped at by a dude who is going to be going on
Bring
an
it
all-out
on,
attack.
ugly.
And I will have hit you. So defend.
So, can you parry with a rifle?
I'll see why
Well,
you
the
can.
answer is yes, but
Is it a basic parry without any bonuses?
I don't know what that actually is.
Which is just your parry, is what I'm thinking.
Well, what skill? What
I
parry?
imagine it'd be a dex-based parry.
Well, it's probably that'd probably do.
Because I'm, basically throwing the rifle to intervene between, like he cuts the rifle, no big deal. Cuts my face. I got a pretty face.
It's probably gonna be staff or a spear. Probably staff, depending on how you're holding it, though.
Well, you figure
Yeah.
one hand on the pistol grip, one hand on the
Well, they
pump
say
action.
just if you're stabbing with the rifle muzzle or whatever, they're just saying roll against staff. So it's probably going to be whatever your staff parry is, which if you don't have the skill, is not going to be great.
So with
In
the
that case, you should
flashlights,
probably just use dodge.
what's the darkness range now? Penalty?
All right, feverish
5
dodge.
5.
instead of 5 instead of 6.
Woo! Feverish dodge. 1 point of fatigue.
That one may have taken some hair. No, wait, they're mostly going center mass. Yeah, you're like, whoa!
You scratched my shirt.
All right, so Will fire again. Center mass.
Yeah, will. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Before you do that, Ryder, can you give me a perception check in the box, please? And then, Graham, if you haven't already calculated all of your penalties for the shoosting, can you also do the same? Honestly,
straight
it's
up
gonna,
Say that
perception.
again.
yeah, it's just going to be a perception check in the box. I'm applying the penalties after the fact. Okay.
Ignore that. I had penalties on there.
Okay, well, those are pretty close to the correct penalties.
All right. Well, then work with it.
I'll work with it. Yes, sir.
So we're at a -5 for the darkness modifier now.
Yes.
Alrighty, here we go.
Look at that. And I cannot dodge because I just all out attacked you.
Okie dokie. So that's 2 damage rolls.
That will be 2 damage rolls. Yes. So those are piercing, so they are no different, I don't think.
That's correct.
Now, I did not appreciate that, by the way. However, he did not fall down. He definitely recoiled, or it definitely recoiled as it took these rounds to the torso. Hurt also. Perception check into the box, please.
Damn it, more things.
Unless you've already calculated this stuff, then you can do it afterwards.
No.
It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I fucked up that judo parry. Shit. Right. So I've still got the same guy, and I parried. He attacked. I need to shoot him some more. I want to do the same thing I did last time. So did I keep all that? No, I didn't.
Well, on the bright side,
And my lights out.
If you hit, which I frickin' didn't add on there, if you hit any of them, I cannot dodge it.
Well, that's good. Actually, that's good for the guys behind the guy too. So that was going to be full rate of fire. No target, close. He's still in close.
Yep.
Close contact.
I had to come in there to go slash.
So I don't get the laser, and I think that was just even with the darkness. Right, here we go. Full rate of fire. That was a shitty roll.
Well, I'm going to take 3 hits, and that's actually going to put
Well, the rest
down.
of them will hit the guys behind. Maybe that's better. However, I don't have a lot left in this mag. Damage. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's 3 hits, not 4.
Was it 3? Damn it.
That's fine. Honestly, he had 1 hit point remaining before he collapsed.
Oh.
So
Made it by 4, hit 3. Then I won't bother rolling the chest either.
well,
Moving on.
you totally can if you want to. I don't care. Because everybody wants to know just how much damage, what did I do? Like crap, you did a lot of damage to this guy.
Well, he was really close to a full auto rifle, so it's kind of his own damn fault.
Brah! All right, so
That works on
Lopez,
PCs
also
too.
give me a perception check into the box, please.
All right, Victor is feeling it, but he's feeling kind of.
feeling terrible right now.
It's just 6 is impulse roll, so he's not going to go all out attack this time, but he will still fire a shot. What's the lighting penalty?
5. -5.
-5. I thought we had 1 tactical light. I thought it was -3.
No, it improved to -5 from -6.
Oh, wow. So,
Because the lights are not as effective as they should be. They are like, flickering on and off. And it's like, it's not quite a strobe effect because that would be just all sorts of disorienting.
But once I witness and pull the pin on this Willie Pete, there'll be lots of light.
There might be a lot of light when you do that.
swoosh.
And burning.
Kaboom! All right. Also, Victor, roll a perception check into the box. Perception. Thus far, you guys kind of sucking with the perception, except for you. How did that happen? All right, MacArthur. You're absolutely convinced you have heard something, but with the sheer volume of gunfire going on off in this enclosed space, nobody seems to be like, able to really hear you.
And thus the Balrog
right.
snuck up
Hold
on
on.
the house.
Hold on. I have to add 2 more critters. No, wait. It's not 2, it's 3.
I'm feeling piled on.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Three Balrogs sneak on the house. That's awesome.
Freaking Balrogs, man. They are jerkwads. So one of them is one of the new ones that is like, they're not quite shouldering their way through the stuff, but it's a mess in there. Let's see, where is the thing that I wanted to? Oh, dude. Okay, so one of the ghouls that is like now sort of smashed in is very obviously charging toward you. There, you. Wait, no,
I
let me.
still have the one guy on me.
Yes, sorry, my mistake. Your fault. Blah, 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 blah. That was it. Hurt, not at you. Let me remove those. Hurt.
What was it, me?
There are. Damn it! I'm hitting the wrong stupid button. I need to stop doing that. So, in the mess, as you are doing the feisting and such like that, with all the critters coming in there, one of them is very obviously sort of behind and has not been hit and blown apart by your attack, but it's charging towards Hurt. Another is charging towards Ryder. Both of those are going to have to do moving attacks because, well, they can't do full runs or full attacks. And based off of this roll, I've really got it in for Paul tonight. I don't know what's going on, bro. They don't like
Didn't
you.
like the look of that kid anyway.
It's your smell. It's driving them mad. But all right. So cycling back. So at the top, you are absolutely convinced you heard something, and it seems like nobody else heard it, which sort of makes sense because you have multiple shotguns, and one of the guy who looks like he should be in Afghanistan is opening up on with full auto. So it's like, oh, that's a surprise. So it's really, really loud in here. And the fact that you heard anything at all is kind of a surprise. But you're completely convinced you heard something. And it might have been coming from maybe the garage or the roof or something like that.
Okay.
And also outside, in addition to the bestial roars, you're going to hear an even louder roar. So apparently they have something that might be bigger.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As he makes his swing, once again.
Do you have no more ammo?
Oh, I have ammo, but this thing is right in my face, and I'm not a gunfighter.
Gotcha.
So as he's making his swing, it's like, to the garage, and this will be a mighty blow telegraphed to the head.
Well, luckily for you, I freaking did a all out, so I can't dodge this.
Oh, that is a success. So that'll be a +2 to damage. Oh, I was like, no, not the one. So
To the skull, so that's an additional 2 points of DR, and then I multiply whatever gets through times 4.
Yep.
Hey, I remembered things.
So as I originally swung, it brought its arm up. I hit it, then I kind of did a quick weird reverse, and then brought it the rifle back up on its unprotected side, and just landed it.
Okay, so there is a penalty, a head trauma penalty thing, right? When I need to, since I took damage, I need to make a health check at minuses for being, having my bell rung.
Isn't there also,
Right.
since I did 10
That's
damage to his potential knockback?
Well, if
That is possible.
these guys are immune to stun.
They are immune to stun and shock, yes, but
Yeah.
this
So,
is
but this is a different thing.
no, this is this. You're right. Oh wow.
Still a major wound.
Yeah, it is a major wound, but it's a major wound to basically to the brain because he ended up doing basically 20 freaking points of damage to it.
Right. But if they're immune to stun or knockdown, then it doesn't matter.
Not knockdown.
They're not.
Stun and shock and your injuries cause no penalty to your move score, but make rolls to remain conscious or alive at +4.
That is tricky.
So he gets a -5 for the major wound, +4 for being berserk. So -1.
That sounds probably close enough to being right. It's probably completely wrong, but that's okay. I'm usually completely wrong. All right, so it wobbles, but it does not fall. That was a good roll.
And I'll take a step towards the garage.
The garage is outside.
Oh.
Let's see here. So
No,
you are
And
wanting.
there's no. Oh, I guess we don't know the layout of the house very well. I was just wondering if there might be an entrance to the garage from the inside.
I don't know. Is there?
I would think so. I mean, I take a step to where I think the entrance to the garage might be from the inside.
Can you make
I
an
mean, it's a
architectural?
house, right?
It would be weird if they had a garage and it didn't open into the house.
Especially an attached garage.
Okay. So.
If you
Here-
look at house combat number
No.
4, it's probably somewhere around that back that way.
No. What I was going to say here, if you want to burn your Mystic Coincidence for, I think you have it like once a day, which is it's basically serendipity.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're like, I need to find a way toward that area, and as you like take the step back, you realize that you finally understand why you probably heard that noise. Is it looks like there's kind of a hole in the roof, and you're just at the. You would not have seen it if you had not taken that single step back.
Yeah.
Because of the lighting and all that stuff, and that's probably where the noise is coming from as well.
Guys. And then it's somebody else's turn.
All right, seeing that Lopez is
He's fine.
in a little bit of danger, you got another one coming at Lopez. Is that right?
So he might have 3 going against him. Yes, maybe.
All right, so
He's fine.
Draven's going to step up to one of those, or the one that's in front of him at the moment, or one of them, and he's going to sort of cross his weapons across the neck of this creature. Anakin versus Dooku him.
All right, so that's probably going to be either the 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth, the first of the actual monsters, or the one that's further down. because both of those have done. Is that right? No. Ghoul 2 has just appeared. Monster, whatever this is going to be. Monster Lopez. Yeah. Has just ran, but I lost the numbers. One. Monster 1 Lopez has actually done the all-out attack.
That's the one that he'll go for then. So
You need to roll an 18 here and completely miss and break both of your weapons. That'd be hysterical.
dual weapon attack, telegraph to the neck, both weapons.
All right. You are aware you've got another ghoul charging toward you.
Yeah, I can handle it. Lopez
He's
is in
like,
trouble.
He's fine.
So with the penalties, that succeed on each of them.
Right.
So just
And
damage.
I all outed last round, so I like that damage. That's an awesome damage with the 13.
Except cutting attacks to the neck are doubled.
Is it double before or after DR?
After DR.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, he does a lot of damage, doesn't he? I am going to have to use explosives. Hey, Mark, I may need those explosives from you. No, wait, it's not Mark. It's Hurt.
Hmm.
Holy cow. That's something of a surprise. They've got a 13 health, which, yes, I am aware of that, Daniel. And I had to make a death check, and he straight up failed it.
So his
Well,
head
Yoink,
comes off.
there goes the head.
Yeah.
You did manage to Dooku him. That's pretty cool. Damn it.
Blood and viscera.
So when I skip those, do they disappear as well, or are they still?
No,
on
they're
the-
still there.
Okay, so what
If
I
you
need
want them to
do
disappear,
is
you
go
hide them.
That and where's the other one? All right, so 3 of them should have disappeared. Whoops. All right, so the one is charging towards Hurt.
Oh, right. New one.
Yep. Luckily for you, it's going to be Captain. And that didn't even come close to hitting you. In fact, you're not 100% positive it was coming to attack you at all. Not with that roll. I mean, he didn't fall
Tripped over
down
the
or
other guy.
anything. He didn't trip or fall down or anything, but he was clearly going for a bug that was like a solid meter away from you. The one that is charging towards Ryder is also going for that bug. That must be a tasty bug. All right. And the one charging towards Lopez. Wow. All 3 of them missed by the exact same amount. That's a little odd. All
So
right.
they only did move and attacks.
They did not. They did move attacks, yes. That might not be a bad effect to add as well.
Hmm. Less useful.
I think it's more useful for the GM than the players. Because that means I know. All right, what's going on? All right, so the critter that was attacking Graham Graham. Will. We're going to call him Will. So it's going to be interesting. I have to call some of the people by their last names and some of the others by full name. Is again all out attacking thanks to the Berserk, and is also going for the strong once more. And will have succeeded unless you defend there, Will. So
All right.
don't forget
So-
feverish and all that jazz.
Yeah. So will use feverish defense here and add 2 to his dodge for 1 fatigue point. And he still fails.
Well, you will take 4 points of damage this time because I actually managed to not roll under 7. So, ow! That is after the 1.5.
Okay. Noted.
Man, what a bunch of jerks, right? All right. So this guy is doing the all-out attack. Damn it, I'm looking at the wrong one. Is making a swing at you. No, I have to call him MacArthur because if I say you, everybody's going to say, which one are you talking about? Who, me? Huh.
You just call him Mac.
That's either a you're about to die, or a he just like up and like threw himself to the floor.
Or he rolled a crit hit. Okay.
That's what I'm worried.
He lunged toward you with the claws,
I tapped his
And-
inner ear so hard.
and he was obviously, just as he was lunging, you took your step back and he was not expecting that, and he like stumbled over one of the dead ones that was on there and fell down. Like crap, are we sure we have these? Okay, posture. Okay, I see how he was doing it because I'm using the effects thing from that Brian made, and I was like, how does that work? That's not right. All right, Lopez. This guy can now attack, all out attack, because he ran up there last round. And I did it again. I closed the stupid effects thing. He is going to be all out stronging you. And will succeed unless you dodge.
I can parry with my shotgun, right?
You can, yes. I don't know what the stuffs are. What do we determine it was?
It's basically you're using staff skill for that. What's your dex?
12.
I assume you don't have the staff skill.
I don't have the staff skill.
So you should be 1 less than me. Yes. So your staff skill would be 7 at default, and do you have combat reflexes?
Oddly, I don't
No,
think
I
he
don't.
does.
I think your parry is going to be 6.
Oof.
Yeah.
And what was your
Is-
dex?
Is staff not +2 to parry?
Yeah.
It
It's a
is.
plus. But that's, I
Depending
think,
on
if you
how
have
you're
to-
holding it, you have
do
to
not
hold it in
parry.
a particular way.
You didn't need to parry. You're fine. What's the
Yeah.
worst that could happen?
Surprised you didn't feverish that as well.
Oh, that's the worst that could happen.
Well, it wouldn't have helped.
Even then, he still would have succeeded. So yeah, he did feverish, but he failed.
Do you need a cheat sheet that you can keep open on another screen?
Woo! Okay, so let me make sure I did my math right. Because I said, what's the worst that could happen? And then I rolled the worst that could happen on a regular attack.
So it lops off
Yeah,
Lopez's head.
so that's going to be times 1.5. So he's going to take 10 points of damage.
So you'll be at -8.
All right, that's definitely a major wound check. That's weird. What just
Somebody
happened?
kicked the table.
Okay, that was odd. It just hung there for a really long time.
I think has there been
so-
enough time for a certain trait that I have to recycle again?
When did you use it last?
I'm asking the GM.
Well, you
That's,
need to know when you
that's-
use it last.
No. I know what he's talking about. Let's see here. I have to read something. Right. So even though you rolled a 4, you failed that roll. He is sadly
Bummer.
unlucky.
I died. Oh well.
Well, no, I don't
Poor
think
Victor.
he died. He's definitely unconscious.
Yes, he's going to get eaten to death.
He might get eaten to death, though.
Who's next to him?
Sounds like it's a rider who sort of broke up the group and stepped over there and decapitated a dude.
Alrighty then. So Will's gonna continue to pump rounds into this godforsaken thing.
Which I forgot to throw the thing on there again, didn't I? Because they all out attacked. Actually, I can probably remove some of them. No, I don't want to do that. I want to keep in mind how many they did.
So Will use his luck and
Because he
roll
doesn't want to
2 more
miss.
times.
You should definitely use that one if the other one's not a 3. Or a 4 or a 5 or a 6.
So Victor's
we'll go with
unconscious.
Second roll.
I think you should have used the 15 myself. What was that, Paul?
Is Victor unconscious?
Yes. I think he's fine. He'll be fine. He might not be fine.
La-di-da.
All right, that's a good hit. So you splatter this dude, and you're like, "Da, da, 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 da." Well, actually, you're just using 3 rounds. But the fact that you nailed him apparently just right, and he just sort of there's like a spray of blood and ichor and whatever, and he staggers back and falls.
Excellent.
Well, that's good.
That's kind of disappointing. I wanted him to eat you.
All right.
Realize you didn't want to be eaten, but who cares about what you want?
Kurt's got the new guy coming for him. He's going to, since somebody said something about maybe a way out, he's going to take a step toward the way out and unload the rest of his mag on the new guy, which is going to put him in pretty much the same position as he was last time. So he's just got that. I really should aim at his head. Now, Let's not take chances. It says shot times 5, but it's actually 6. And
Right,
he did a movement attack, so he is
did, so
not
he-
all out.
So he might be able to dodge those. Unfortunately, I failed by 1.
Well, that's not good.
It's fine.
Just because. Oh, finally. Probably doesn't matter. But if it did, that was the right one.
So the 21 is the vitals hit.
Yep. And after that, after the bolt goes click, he is going to transition to the pistol.
Man, you might have just straight up ganked this dude there.
And he's in the process of releasing / lowering the rifle to his side, because you don't let the rifle drop, because that's a good way to get something in the crotch.
So Gould number 17 is going to take like 2 extra steps as he was charging forward. And no, wait, he already did a slash. Damn, I can't do that.
I may have experienced that crotch thing, by the way.
He's going to visibly pause and then fall flat on his face. Yeah, that freaking that 21 was definitely the one to do it. That's times 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one right there is 51 points of damage.
That.
Ow. Right.
Thing.
Yes. All right, you. Your foe has fallen down, and you now have a clear, route towards your ceiling thing if you want to go there.
How would it work if I is he falling down where I could like plant a foot on him and
Nice.
and move towards my destination while yelling, "Follow me, guys!"
Sure.
A stamp kick on my way.
Cap it at 9, so that way
Okay.
you could just have it and then do whatever you're like, a jumping or a climbing or whatnot. Like
All right.
use him as a
I'm
springboard.
gonna roll it, and then we'll see. If
This
that
is
even
totally.
matters.
It's going to be an 18 or a 3. There's no in
3?
between.
Oh.
Well, there's a 3 there. It's a 10, so it's like
No, that's fine.
you hit him, but it was just like a glancing blow.
And then it's like, guys, this way, and I head towards there.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's you're
Yeah. Oh yeah.
right there, so you could jump, climb, whatever, and start trying to scramble out of there.
What would that be?
I don't know. What would that be?
Jumping, climbing. Which skill would that be? Oh, climb.
What is your high jump? How tall are you?
6'4".
Yeah, you could probably reach.
If I fall back down, can I land on him?
All right, so you are scrambling up and disappearing.
Or then I'll put an arm down to help someone else up.
Maybe.
Unless there's bad guys like right there in front of me when I do.
No, your arm goes down. It's just your arm.
I was thinking everybody's gonna see him like his legs are sticking out and they start twitching, and then it's just his legs that fall out.
Yeah, let's not go that way.
All right, so you are done. Wahaha. All right, there, Ryder. You've just seen Lopez take a pretty brutal slash and topple.
So Draven's going to get his revenge on that one.
You don't need to. He's fine.
He wants to. There's a chance that it could bleed on him, so he wants to.
Okay, I can see that. You don't want to get bled on. Gotcha.
No. He wants the thing to bleed on him, so he wants to go after this thing. So what he's going to do is
certainly blood on him.
he's going to do a rapid strike. I'll tell you what I plan to do. See how you want to work it out. But I think it's a rapid strike. He's going to pick for the vitals and then immediately reef the pick out again as part of the... I'm going to pick to the vitals first and strike with the sword as part of dual weapon attack, and then the rapid strike will be to reef the pick out of the vitals.
Ah,
Again, that's technically a ready maneuver.
Well, if you're using it as an attack, I imagine a rapid strike. Well, you could quick ready,
It's like a... Well, no, you can't.
spend a
why not?
fatigue to quick ready.
No, that's not how that works.
But I'm using it as an
No,
attack.
It is technically a ready action, but it's probably reasonable to use it that way.
yeah,
But
I'm
that's up
fine
to the
with it.
GM.
I'm fine with it because it sounds kind of cool. It's a little cooler than Lopez jumping on the claws. What's up with that, man?
And since it's all out attacked, I'm going to telegraph these. And on the attack, I'll also use extra effort to make it a mighty blow.
Because why not?
I'm looking for 18s here. Nothing but 18s from Ryder.
So that's -1. If I
And
Well,
he
what
cuts off Lopez's head.
What are you talking about, Mark? He's attacking a thing that all out attacked. He can't dodge.
with penalties, that's a hit. So this will be the sword attack, and this is just
what are
like
the penalties.
the penalties
You
are
just say with the penalties I hit. That's
Okay.
BS, man.
-5, total -8 with the vitals. That's then a minus 11 for the rapid strike, +4 for telegraph, brings that to a overall -7.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
This is the sword.
Can you use telegraph with a rapid strike?
Yep. I looked that up and I was thinking about doing it, and I'm like, I don't think I want to do this because I don't want the dude to have the bonus.
This will be the strength roll to rip it free.
God, he's got a 19.
All right, so this is the damage for the vitals.
Ah,
And then that will do half coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the sword.
Mm-hmm.
so that's 30. Since it's no, not 30. I got to do the maths. Damn it! I have
What's
to do
the DR?
maths. Why would I tell you that?
so I can do the
Huh?
math for
Huh?
you.
I have a calculator for that. Unfortunately, I put one too many digits in that. I'm like, wait a minute. What? How did it do 111 points of damage on a 20-point thing? That doesn't seem right. All right. That
I'm
is
assuming
a
the
lot
half
of
injury on the
damage.
vitals would also include the by 3 multiplier.
Yeah, I
I
could never
wasn't
decide about that.
counting that, and it doesn't matter anyway because that dude is hosed.
Alright, so in that attack, it's going to be very gory, and he'll be pulling out all sorts of ichor from this thing,
Yep.
which will splash over his shirtless body, because
And Lopez's unconscious body as well.
it suits him.
All right. So the one that was charging toward you is doing a little bit of a surprise. And I was like, "What? Okay, maybe he should reconsider." Pity he's berserk because attacking Ryder seems like a dumb idea. Not you, Ryder. Wow. So I have a potential successful hit on by Goulet number 18 on Ryder.
Alright, this will be a retreating parry.
Let's see. This guy already did the move and attack last round? No. I just added them in there. It's like looking at the one that was attacking Hurt, and he didn't get to attack Hurt because Hurt shot him.
Retreating parry would mean that's a fail by 1, so I'm going to use luck.
Oh.
I'll go with that one. That's the damage to the arm.
All right. So arm is half and +1, and it eliminates anything extra past that.
Yep.
Yay, I remembered a thing. Honestly, I do sort of remember the rules. I just constantly am asking to make sure that I don't screw them up. Because I expect I'm going to screw them up. Oh, right. And I need to make sure to throw that effect on there. And throw that effect on there. All right. So let's see. Oh, man. Well, this is kind of bad. Can't miss. So plus that, minus that. Cutting to the neck is ×2.
Yes, isn't that?
Yes.
All right. So the one that had ran up last time that had not been able to attack Lopez yet drops down and starts eating at his throat.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna make it.
All right. Is he still AFK? Are you still AFK there, Paul?
you made
Looks
him
like
cry.
yes.
I may have chased him off.
Ow. I mean, he
It-
could have
it-
made
it-
some other defenses with the right roll, with the right odds.
Okay. All right. So, right. So the one that was attacking that MacArthur just sort of, hey, Paul, can you roll your health check, please? Did you hear
Yeah.
what? Did you hear what happened? Ooh.
No.
So, monster number 2 that was attacking Lopez just started chewing at his throat, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's going to be making it.
Did you have a backup
Because-
character?
If I could interject, I wonder though, would it not take at least a few turns for that monster to drop and then to latch up?
Well,
the old neck?
when I'm saying chewing at it, it's like going with the claws, but then it's like trying to tear it free and so it can start eating. So it's not actually
it's in a process.
kneeling.
It's
It
getting
slashed at his
bibble.
float. Yeah, it slashed his throat again to get at the juicy inner trachea.
It's
crunchy
fine.
trachea.
You'd have to
Be
kneel.
fine.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all right.
He's not actually crying in a corner there. Honest. Right. So the one that MacArthur sort of stomped on, but you didn't do anything, has to change posture to kneeling because, well, he was flat on his face. But he's going grr, arg. Wait, how do I? That doesn't. Oh yeah, I have to remove the prone. Otherwise, he'd be prone kneeling. It's like, how do you do that? That's a neat trick.
Trying to imagine that.
Ah, crap. I should have. Yeah, there are additional critters present, but I am currently not throwing them on there because of reasons.
Well, so the one that I've been shooting at has finally dropped out of existence.
Yeah, I believe you whacked him, didn't you? Yes, you whacked him
I
really
think-
nicely.
I think I did. So am I anywhere near Lopez?
Yes, well, you guys are in a relatively smallish circle, so there's clearly a thing there right next there. Not a thing, a monster because he doesn't know what they are. That's attacking him, and the weird Star Wars guy with the swords is like covered in blood as he's like chopping some of them into bits. And
Well, if nothing-
apparently the biker is crawling into the ceiling.
Well, if nothing is coming down on me, if I can at least notice Lopez's situation, I'll probably try to do a karate kick to whoever's on him.
Okay. Karate kick.
Yeah, this is crazy. What the hell? I'll do an all-out attack as well.
All right. Let's see. So you would probably not have needed to do an all out. You could have done a telegraphed and it would have given you the same results there. You'd have been -1 instead of whatever because you got the +4 to hit. And it did do an all out attack last round. So you do not have to lose your defenses.
All right. Well, let's translate that into a telegraph then.
All right. Well, you kick him, and he's gonna potentially take it. Let's see how much damage you did. How do you do that with a kick?
Oh,
I don't know. I just
it
rolling on
can.
the old chest.
Impaling or piercing attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a kick, so it's not going to do anything extra, sadly.
I'm trying to remember how that went. I think if it's a thrusting attack, you can do it with crushing
Ooh.
its solar plexus.
So I think if you're wearing are you wearing reinforced boots?
+1.
Yeah, because I think that would be 9 instead of 8.
Yeah, no. I've just got old plain
Cowboy
old leather
boots.
That's
Not wearing
fine.
cowboy
That still
boots?
hurts.
Yeah, I don't think
Well,
it's
yeah,
specific about
you know.
it if you're just wearing heavy foot gear of some kind.
All it just says is boots leather.
That counts.
Oh, it does. All right. So that was a solid thunk. You felt something give, probably. It's probably gonna be hissing at you and baring its teeth or something.
Definitely got its attention.
All right. And I believe you were done.
Right.
Damn it. Right. Who's still up? I'm presuming that the ones on the combat tracker are not the only ones still here.
That is correct. There are others in there, but I'm just not necessarily throwing them on there because my
Okay.
combat tracker would get out of hand.
Well, we got people working on Lopez's situation, and the one that Ryder is attacking is not upright, I think. So
There's
I guess
the
I'm
one that MacArthur was dealing with, and it's like
I'm pro.
it's like kneeling and crawling
Oh,
to its feet.
right. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that guy. 3 to the head.
To the head,
Let's
huh?
see. Yeah. I'm gonna try to do an elf wake.
You're no elf, Wick.
Let's see. So that
He has those stupid super tech contact lenses.
and sorry.
All right.
I missed with one.
Let me see what thing is. Ooh, that's -2. No? Yes, doesn't matter. I should have book open. That might help.
Also, still backpedaling toward the exit, quote unquote.
All right, where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Okay, there he is. My combat tracker's getting out of hand here. Wow. Okay, so apparently this is the game that Hurt needed to be in, not Consops, because I can't seem to roll very well against him.
Well,
So
I'll
he's
pretend to
trying
be
to
disappointed.
he's trying to get to his feet, and you shot him a couple times. Literally a couple of times.
The face. Ooh. Oh, damn it. That's right. That table's different.
All right. So
Okay, whatever. Let's see. Well, it's consistent.
All right.
hold on. I'm doing maths
Roger.
Roll another health
or
check.
more.
Well,
So
No.
based off of the you shoot that the one that was kneeling, and there's a splatter, and he goes down. No, you don't need to make another health check because you failed the important one.
Oh, so I'm dead. Okay.
Well,
Gosh, I sure hope he wasn't his primary character.
There was a lot of effort I put into that guy. A lot. And now he's dead. I mean, I'm upset. I'm just crying over here.
Nobody believes you. All right, you give me a climbing check because this is a little weird. You know, the ascent. All right, that's a easy success. It looks like there wasn't a whole lot in that roof, because if you sort of look at the where the house is, it's got a very flat area. You're not sure how this big ass hole is in there, but as you sort of pull yourself up, or at least your head crests the opening, and you are now on the roof. You will see on basically above the garage. Actually, I should probably.
let's see. There's like a
Yeah. Basically above the garage is like a little deck. Because obviously there's stairs that go up there to the deck, and based off of where you're looking at, also the lighting has improved significantly for you. It is no longer at the -5 out here. It's still really dark, but it's still only at -4, and so there's that. But on that deck area, it looks like there are bodies that are laid out on the ground, on the deck, in like sort of a circular pattern. And in the center of the circle is, honestly, it's like a shadowy figure. Seriously, if you were a rider climbing up, you would probably first think, hey, it's a Sith Lord. Because it's like this dude, whoever it is, it's like seems like to be wearing the shadows themselves as a coat or a hood or something like that. And whatever language he's using, as he's presuming it's a he, is chanting, it doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound like something a human should sort of say. It's very black speech esque.
all right.
He is going to be. He is not close. He is in short range to you right now.
Well, if I get a chance to respond, I'll be like, "Hey, you ugly! What you doing up here?" And call it. Hopefully, the guys down below heard me shouting something.
Since people are going up to the roof, Draven's going to sort of cover for them. He's going to fight these things off while they climb up, and he'll be the sort of last to go. But he's going to finish off the guy that's in front of him. Well, attempt to finish him off with, again, another dual weapon attack, rapid strike. So using the sickle, he's going to rake this across.
Two options. Which one is he going for? The one that was attacking him, or the one that was trying to
attacking him?
Gotcha.
All right, so he's going to rake the sickle across this ghoul's throat.
Oh, it's already taken some damage.
Yes, that was a big penalty on that one. That's the damage, doubled on the neck.
Ah!
Then he's going to run his sword through the vitals on this one. That will miss. And for his rapid strike, he's going to take the sickle and go for the vitals on the ghoul that's on Lopez. This will be impaling. And that's the damage on that one.
That's not great damage.
Still, to the vitals. It's by 3.
All right. I think they're both going to try to attack you next because clearly you're the scary, scary dude. No, they don't have the thing. Why don't they have the thing? All right. So the one that you just cut its throat and it's somehow still up because, awesome, is going to be doing out strong on you.
Isn't it missing an arm?
No, you already killed that one a long time ago.
Did I? Okay.
And it will successfully slash you unless you make it not slash you.
I'll do a retreating parry.
18. Oh my God. That's not good for me. That means I need to roll on the critical miss. Is that right?
Awesome. Yeah, I believe so.
I can do nothing else.
Actually, I had to roll to hit first.
No, I mean, because you critically succeeded. Holy crap, that's a lot of damage.
It's to the arm, though. So half plus 1.
Right. Yeah, but I need to see how much. Let's see. So, what is it to sever the arm? It's going to need to exceed its hit points in total.
Double the amount required to cripple it. So double half
So
plus 1.
So it's hit points plus 1 to sever an arm.
It's more than half.
Yeah. And
It's
then
not technically plus 1, but
yeah, it's the cripple in this case. It's like half his hit points plus 1. It's like okay, but to actually take it off, it's hit points more than its hit points is the end result, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you took its arm off. Again, that's another one that's missing an arm. What's up with that? The one that was jacking with Lopez is going to attack you, and I forgot to put Berserk on there too. And is doing the same. Hopefully, he doesn't have the same result. Okay. Oh, okay. I was like trying to figure out why that wasn't a crit fail. But it's because of their slash level. All right. So the one that was attacking, or who seems to have quite likely killed Lopez, lunges up and takes a slash at Ryder. But since you were parrying the other dude and taking that step back, he completely missed. He didn't even come close to hitting. Well, maybe not.
So
what is Will going to do?
Yeah, well, Will, if he notices that he can possibly take a safe shot, he would take a shot at this thing, or he'll do another karate kick on him.
Yeah, both of them have done all-out attacks, so they can't defend. If you hit, you do damage.
The one with Lopez, that was on Lopez, it currently has a pick still embedded in his vitals. So he'll be at... it doesn't matter, they can't defend anyway.
And the other one is missing an arm, and there's probably a geyser of blood going out and blinding one of the other that isn't on the combat tracker. So you're causing a big ass mess there, Ryder.
Well, sadly, I don't have a second chance to roll that, so that's just going to be a fail.
Well, it's target rich environment in there, so it's you missed this guy, but you're probably causing some of the other ones to recoil. There's enough of a buffer zone around you guys right now of fallen ghouls that the others are reconsidering, whether this is a good idea or not.
Hurt is trying to encourage everybody to escape, not knowing that there's not really an escape there.
Trey, we are leaving.
And it looks like the two that are on the tracker are otherwise engaged, so he's just going to do similar to last time on another unknown. What did I end up with? Assuming the range is still close.
If you are attacking the ones that are not on here, it's not going to be close. It's going to be the next one. What is it? Short.
Right. Okay. Which is less good. We will never mind the whole
you'll get
headshot.
you'll get the stuffs, the accuracy.
I totally forgot that last time.
Well, last time that dude's close, so you wouldn't have gotten it.
That's also true.
Of course, it's true.
I'll get it this time.
So yeah, you're at -3 range, plus all your axe and all that jazz.
Okay, let's try this one. There.
Well, you definitely hit one guy 3 times.
So he's probably done.
Well, maybe not necessarily done, but
Well, we'll see.
oh, vitals. Okay, I didn't notice the vitals part of the
I
equation.
downgraded.
Downgraded. What?
I was going to shoot him in the head, but I didn't think I could manage that.
Well, still, vitals is nothing. Okay, so that's
All right. So Hugh's going to bring his ready his shotgun and start aiming, at this dude and yell at him like, "Hey, ugly, I'm talking to you. Whatever you're doing, you better be knocking it off right now." Whatever I can get out in 1 second. Basically taking aim.
hey ugly.
Hey, ugly. While aiming.
All right. Shouting, "Get out of here, I'll hold them off." As he'll
So
begin.
is you actually out of the hole?
Yeah, he'll
Okay,
get himself out of the hole and kind of, ready the rifle and begin.
Is
an
it a
aim.
rifle? I thought it was a shotgun.
Shotgun.
Okay.
Shot.
So, dual weapon attack again. This time, the first attack will be ripping the sickle out of the vitals of Lopez's ghoul.
He does not appreciate this at all.
So, half the damage going in.
Crap. How much damage
That
did
was
he do?
12, I think. 12 impaling.
But that was to the vitals, wasn't it?
Yes.
So I take half of that. That didn't feel good at all.
And then for the rapid strike, he's just going to return his attention back to Ghoul 18 and do a
The
dual.
armless wonder.
Yes. He's going to bury the sickle into the chest, and at the same time bring the katana down across the body, hoping to sort of slice this thing in two.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that rapid ready, because as it stands, it seems like you are way too scared.
Awesome.
Oh my god!
Keep rolling those rolls, Brian.
Pity.
Well, you still have to roll the critical hit because that's a margin crit. Who knows? You may get the triple damage. Nope, normal damage.
So that's the damage for that one.
And that is just regular damage.
That's just regular impaling to the torso.
And impaling is doubled?
Correct.
Good lord.
And then this is just a slice with the sword.
It's probably not necessary. Because he's going to go down with the pick.
Isn't it?
I saw the 2 ones and I was like, are you shitting me? Because I was convinced you're going to like crit him again. And be like, really? And that is just a regular like torso
Torso,
swing.
yep. But the pick is now currently buried in the dude.
You have personally done 97 points of damage to that guy in like 2 seconds with weapons. With bladed weapons, not rifles or anything like that. That's crazy. Well, you pick the pick is going to drop that dude. He's going to be like toppling as you like slice him, and apparently you sliced him in half.
Nice.
All right.
Did anything happen to Lopez's ghoul? That's the one where I pulled out of the vitals.
Yeah, you did a lot of damage to it.
Does he have to make major wounds or anything?
I guess I did forget the major wound, but that's fine. He's got that bonuses. However, yeah, if it wasn't for the bonuses, he would have failed that one.
Minus 5-2 on the vitals.
Yep. Doing my maths. Yep. That's not quite a Brian roll, but a pretty good roll. Because we know how Brian rolls are. Okay, well. It's a pity these guys are berserk. Maybe they could do some smarter moves. As it tries to take out. Oh wait, actually, yeah. It is going to successfully. Goal number 2 against Lopez is going to successfully hit Ryder unless which he inevitably will defend. You need to roll an 18.
Retreating parry.
Nope, 18.
When did I use my luck?
Let's see. Retreating parry, that gives you a 2. Is your
No, retreating parry is only +1.
Oh, okay, cool. Hey, I think I actually hit you. It did some damage. It's not quite as good as I was hoping.
Depends if I can use my luck yet.
I don't
Health
think so.
-9 for poison.
No, he'd probably still end up freaking making it. Well, on the presumption that you can't use your luck, you are going to take 9 points of cutting damage. Which could hurt a
Alright.
little bit.
Luck 1058. So no, can't use it. So
that's
9
a
cutting.
total of 13?
He has DR5.
Holy crap. He was supernaturally treated, I guess. Dipped in some in the river Styx or something. Luckily that means I just need to shoot an arrow at your ankle. That's still what 6 points of damage. So it kind of hurts.
He's a big boy. He can take it.
All right,
Will,
Will, it looks like those guys are strongly hesitating about, charging back towards there with all the bodies you guys are piling up.
Will's gonna pump the last of his rounds into this ghoul on Lopez.
Well, it's now on Ryder technically, because Ryder drew its attention and it started
right.
swinging. I should have had it targeted. My mistake. All right, well, I all outed. I totally saw that one for a second.
And as he fires, he's going to be screaming out, "Lopez! Lopez!"
Yeah, you're going to take it down.
Bling. I am. So Will is backing away and shooting. Is who's headed toward the exit other than me right now? Because Draven was trying to be the last man out. Apparently, I guess that only leaves Will. Is Will headed out?
Oh, there's going to be some rolls to figure out if Will even wants to get out of here.
So no, then. All right. Well, I was going to boost somebody if they were trying to get to the hole, but I guess I'll just lose some more ammo.
Damn it, I totally forgot. I should have had Will making the chronic pain check. I need to remember that. It's fine. Clearly, this is where he gets the chronic pain from. Because he took some damage, and then it's like, oh yeah, that really it hurts a little bit. Yeah, so you guys are like,
Want me to roll those?
if you so desire. I mean, you don't need to.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, I knew you were going to do that. Like, I want to know. It's like categorically impossible not to do that.
That could have been a little more squared.
Okay.
But he's saying, "Come on, let's go."
Drake, we are leaving. Wait, there are no Drakes here. You can't do that. Maybe Draven.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So, am I outside of the obvious creepy factor that's coming off this dude? And I know my
Does he look
supernatural.
explosive?
I know my supernatural sense gives me a supernatural being kind of thing. Which
You
they're
have
very
to
obvious.
actually
Yeah, I know.
pause and
That's kind of
make
what I'm
a check.
thinking, and that's kind of it. I wouldn't know that I necessarily have that at this point yet. So, and I don't know for sure that this guy's a bad guy, but is it
There
possible?
are corpses at his
Oh,
feet.
they're dead people. I thought they
As
were
far
just
as you
people.
can tell.
Right. Well, and this is what
And
I'm thinking
he
is
might be holding a knife.
okay. So, basically, Hugh doesn't want to just jump the gun and blow this guy away. I want to. I'm going to take a. Basically, this is what I'm thinking about you. How I want to use kind of manifest the supernatural sense in this. It's like, does he get? He's going to take another moment to kind of focus his fire on, get ready to fire at this guy while going, is this right? Is this right? Is this right? And manifest his supernatural sense to get a feel that this guy is evil in a way. Does that make sense?
You don't have detect evil. You just have
I
supernatural
know.
sense.
Okay.
Well, give me a perception check in the box.
I know. I'm just. But
Let's see. I need to read what that actually does.
I have it right here. Hold on. I wrote the wording.
Right, yeah. A second. You can sense the presence of supernatural beings from angels to zombies. I don't like the from angels part. Level 1 tells you that something is definitely nearby. I think you've only got level 1.
Yeah, I know that there's bad things down below me. I'm just trying to. I don't know. He doesn't know how it works. Basically,
Yeah,
he's kind of hoping
it's-
for some kind of confirmation that wasting this dude is not going to go against his can't harm innocence,
Okay, so he's like definitely wigged simply based off of the
right?
the
Bodies
creepiness,
and
all the
knives
bodies
and
down there,
Sith Lord.
and yeah, and the the fact he's apparently speaking the black tongue, and he is also raising up a dagger or a knife or something pointy.
Okay, so last chance, and then I'm going to he'll open fire the next shot
All
next
right.
time.
So down below, I'm not going to make anybody do an additional combat round because the things that were attacking are very clearly, strongly hesitating by the fact that there's like a mound of corpses around you guys, acting as a buffer. And in the second before before Max shoots upstairs, what are you guys doing? Because there's no immediate targets that are within melee range. You'd have to move to engage someone for Ryder. And I believe Will said he only has 1 round remaining.
Well, not that Will knows this, but what Will be doing is looking for target acquisition, but also glancing down to Lopez to make an assessment as to whether he should try to, drag Lopez to safety or do something.
Let's see. I think he's got the Code of Honor police, so he probably would end up wanting to, at least drag him away.
So
do you have? Let's see. I'm looking at your thing. You don't have diagnosis, so he looks really bad. He might be dead. It's really difficult to tell in the darkness.
Either
Yeah,
way,
I suspect
Draven's going to
I
pick
would-
him up and throw him over his shoulder and drag
that
him
will
along.
motivate Will to retreat.
All right. So you guys, I'm guessing Hurt is doing that as well. You guys are retreating to the
Hurt was
thing.
standing by to boost somebody up.
All right. So noted. Okay. So we will have you guys doing that, and you.
So
Whatever this guy is saying, it sounds like it's coming to
it's
a
like
crescendo.
All right. So I'm going to take the shot, unloading with dude, and he's going to add in the smite, and he'll say something. It's like he won't know what why he says it. It's like, but he'll shout some spiritual condemnation at him, and take the shot.
Well, I certainly hope he's evil, undead, or spirit being, because that's all smite works on.
Oh, well, I mean, if it doesn't, then I guess it doesn't happen. It just.
Well, but bullets will work on him.
But the bullet will, and he'll pump 2 rounds of, or he'll
Kaboom, kaboom,
kaboom, kaboom, kaboom,
or kaboom.
boom, boom, and he is not at close range. Okay. Aim only works for the first shot, right? Well, I guess it works because it's ×2. So.
All right, and it's the other thing that need you to do. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, so you need to make a will check in case it is a spirit or a whatever. All right, so inflict your damage. Now, and
and not
2D. What's the second?
it's
What
just
are those?
their vitals. Yeah.
And 2D. All right.
There's your.
Okay. So, and there was the other thing I wanted to throw. Where is that? No, wait, that came out wrong. I didn't want to throw up. Oh, yeah, I already had that up there. All right. So that is PI++. Damn, that is okay. So that's that. Well, luckily for me, it isn't quite as bad as it would normally be on like a person, I think. Over +7, that's gonna hurt. All right, so your shotgun roars, and it will it will, as the rounds impact the dude, there is like this weird pyrotechnic flare that will actually blow the sort of the hood back off on this thing, and for a second you're like, ah. So that it's one of those where you're like, what? And the thing sort of like, very clearly staggers back, and as it does, it's like, it sort of like shakes its head, and it almost sort of looks around, and it like, looks at you, and for a second you sort of feel like you are starting to fall, and then the entire building is going to explode with like raw kinetic force that is going to throw you off the building, and it's going to also sort of jack up some PCs downstairs a little bit. So it effectively boils down to, there's this flash, and then everything goes white. And that's where we're going to end it for the night.
Well,
All right.
So that's where we'll end it. Hopefully with more questions and answers. And yes, we me and Paul totally knew that Victor was gonna buy it.
No, we didn't. You didn't tell me that. It was a big surprise.
Uh-huh.
I'm heartbroken here. Now I got to go through the whole effort of making another character. Oh,
Yeah, and then
Well,
I
make it-
click on
make a good
my
one this time, then.
I click on my Discord and I go, hey, there's this thing that Paul sent me that has his new character in it. That's really weird. Right. So all active players are going to get the 2 character points, and we will pick up next week. I think as far as we know, it's next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. And if you're not old enough to recognize that, I don't know if I feel sad or happy. For those of you on the stream, if you're watching this, have questions, corrections, complaints, suggestions, some good nature heckling, you figure it out. Feel free to leave a comment on the video or find us at either Discord or Facebook, which is totally the devil, and you should get away from it immediately. So thank you for watching or
Facebook
playing.
rots your brain.
Yep. So Olympus Gaming bids you good night.
See ya.